Hello and welcome back to the top 100 maps of all time with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB, you're very, very welcome. And we're up to number 67. We are 1/3 of the way through this series, which means we've still got 2/3 of the map still to come. And technically speaking, based on your ratings, they are the 2/3 of the best maps on the workshop. That's right, looking at the top 100 maps of the workshop as voted by you, which is the top 0.02%, the top 1/5 of 1% of all maps ever to be uploaded. So there aren't any bad ones here. And today's one is a beauty. And I mean that. It is just one of those visual masterpieces that is so well thought through and so well loved by so many of you. So at number 67 we have Spearhead Island by IhmeHihhuli trademark. Yes, the trademark is still in place. No one's stealing that name, I'll tell you. With an 88.5% approval rating. It's the same score as yesterday's map, winning on Countback, the very tightest of countbacks as well. So what can I tell you about Spearhead Island? Well, it requires 44 items, which isn't the world's largest list. Amongst those 44 islands, we have got a theme mix of the Seychelles, generic temperate, 4K, and the Laviante 2.0, and also a recommendation for the Relight 3 Soft LUT, which is the one that we're using today. It was uploaded to the workshop on my sister's birthday in February of 2022. Where's a little present for her, even though she doesn't play the game. It's currently got a whopping 9,304 subscribers on the workshop. 821 of those have made this map a favourite. It has a 5-star rating on Steam, which is great news. I love that. Of 237 ratings. Now, I reviewed this fairly recently. This was episode 1448 of What's Map, where I gave it 5 stars for aesthetics, 5 for detail, and 4 for gameplay potential. And 5 stars for aesthetics and 5 stars for detail. I'm never going to change my mind on those. This is just beautifully designed. Just not just when we get down to ground level where it looks stunning, but just the design of the map itself from up here. It just feels like a real, true life location. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. Now, in terms of the 5th star for gameplay, one argument against that, well, I think there are 2 arguments against the 5th star for gameplay on this map, but don't let that stop you playing it, okay? That's what I'm telling you now. Don't let it stop you playing it. First of all, it's not the world's biggest buildable space, which you'll see when we get down there. But also, the outside connection into the start square is unusually, it's not a bad thing, but unusually, rail only. I know, right? I mean, I actually approve. I have no problems with that, but of course, you're going to have to be playing a slightly modded game, even if it's just vanilla mods, just to unlock things to get yourself rolling. I would suggest to get going here, but it does feel more like a detailer's map than it is a truck driver's map. Thanks for driving through my living room, Mr. Truck. Anyway, I started moving the map, and we're not ready to roll just yet. We're nearly ready to roll. So start square is here. I'm thinking I'm going to take a route. I think it's the same route I took for the actual original review, which is I'm actually going to start up here, even though it doesn't connect with this mainland here. We do have a highway running down it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up here. We'll take in this first, almost a disinteresting part of the map. If you think about the map as a whole, you think about if we removed this corner completely and it didn't exist, this map wouldn't really feel any worse for it. I'm glad it is there. It actually gives the map a little bit of balance, so I like that. But also, it's the nothing part. In fact, it's not even the nothing part. There is an even more nothing part to the map, which we will notice on the fly through. Which again, that little nothing part of the map, I'm really glad that's been included as well. But anyway, yes, we're going to start over there. We'll nip across this sound here, and then we'll join up with the mainland across here before looping around into the start square, up and out, and then we'll have a look at the outside island and we'll nip into some detail areas that we may have missed. That's the plan for today's flyover. So, IhmeHihhuli. Well, I keep forgetting to start the simulation on these. Well, we've started the simulation now, and there we are. 1-lane highways isn't necessarily a bad thing, okay? I know there's a few of you are going to be going, what? No, that's awful. Yeah, you're allowed opinion, and your opinion is as correct as anybody else's. Just a little game lag there. I've had a little game lag lately. I do not know why. I don't know why. There's no reason for there to be any game lag, but there we go. It happens sometimes. But anyway, yes, it's a beautiful map. Now, I'm currently... because there were 2 options. Proprietary Anarchy is listed as a requirement. I saw that and I figured let's roll with the old mod setting, even though it's a fairly recent map. So I am using Unlimited Tree mod, Tree Anarchy, Random Tree Rotation, Tree Log Fix, all those sort of mixtures. Also, just a little pre-built street layout to maybe inspire you to do a little town up here, maybe, if you want. And if you don't want, that's also fine. We even have a... Yeah, we're building some houses here. We're building some houses here. There's a lovely estate coming. Do you know what? Little things like that can make a map feel just a little bit more alive, and I love it. I really do. So anyway, I'm not saying this was the nothing part of the map, which, if you think about it, that part of the map, on its own, is a bit... it's okay. It's nothing special. But it balances the map out. It's so cleverly done. But the nothing part of the map is actually right here. If we come across this sound, you'll see the tip of an island or a mainland. Who's to know? This really is the nothing part of the map. I don't know what to say about this. I mean, I'm so glad it's here. I'm so glad it is. Because if anything, it paints in something into your imagination. Like, is that an island? Is this just... It's a subtle thing. And once again, had that not existed in the map build, the map wouldn't be any worse for it. We wouldn't be saying, well, hang on a second, where's that pinch of islands that should be there? Well, I mean, 1 or 2 of us might be. Probably not me, though. I think that's just subtle genius. Subtle genius. Anyway, down to the mainlandy area. I'd say mainlandy because we're going to call it mainland. It might actually just be a bigger island. Most likely is just a bigger island. Anyway, we have a little plot ready for building here. And again, like this, just a little touch of inspiration. We've got a few logs down here. Maybe the early part of the building process. We get the timber frames up of some of these houses. And then again down here, this is plot A. The way you can build, and I think this is just subtle genius. Subtle genius. I love it. We'll head on round. So yeah, 44 items off the workshop. It's not the world's biggest requirement list. Again, if you're running a potato, I mean, you're mostly going to be sticking with vanilla anyway. And there are plenty of great vanilla maps in the top 100 as well. So don't be put off. If anything, these maybe these more beautiful maps, the more custom maps, maybe they can provide you, if you're playing vanilla, with a little bit of inspiration. Even if you can't do anything like this, it's just not within your computer's capability. Just getting inspiration from things like the patterns of the tree painting, or the shapes of the beaches and things like that. You can always learn something from the top creators, even if your computer won't allow you to do something. Anything that can just improve your city build just a fraction, I feel, is well worthy. Well worthy. Down here we have a little, I'm guessing former estates, where maybe the former governor used to live, possibly. That feels like it could be a thing. How the statue survived, and not everything else, I'm not entirely sure. What have we got actually going on down here? Oh, it's just the old garage. That didn't survive too well either, did it? But anyway, lovely little bit of fun detailing going on there. Meanwhile, over here, oh yes, I remember, the intersection in progress. Alright, now you never see this, do you? We see half-built bridges, but we don't see half-built intersections. I think that's what we've got going on here. With this will link up here. The road will carry on straight on to the new estate that's being built down at the end there. But yes, you're going to be busy building your own intersection. And again, it's just subtle, lovely work. I love it, and I love the way that the rocks have been done here to indicate we haven't quite finished laying this bit of road. Again, IhmeHihhuli. Let's not grumble. Let's not grumble about the top creators because, wow, we are so blessed. So blessed. Right, we have another building plot over here, which, again, it's very much like the previous one with a few logs down in place. A bit more buildable space down here, slightly larger town, which, again, I like the concept of that because we are now really close to the causeway and the bridges to take the rail over into the start area. But yeah, I'm thinking one of these maps is one of these maps where we have a rail connection, but I think we're going to be playing with ferries a lot as well. Over here onto the railway mod. I don't know if this is railway or railway 2. I think this was just the railway mod. But yes, giving us some. Oh, look at that. Okay, yeah. Oh, I've not switched out the catenaries. It's fine. We'll ignore the catenaries. All right. I love it. Love it. Anyway, yes. The how often do you get to watch a train in a What's Map style show? You don't, do you? You just don't. So yeah, there are. I think there are a couple of extra mods that were in the mod requirement list. That I think there was one that enabled us to remove or to change the colours of the roads or the arrows or stuff. I think there was a couple of minor mods that I haven't subscribed to because I don't think they're going to really add anything to the flyover. But of course, if you want that, game lag again. If you want the game to look exactly like those that you see in the screenshots, then follow all of the instructions that the creator puts down on the workshop for you. And it might take a little bit longer, but well worth it. Look at the cutting here. Look at the way that the cutting's been done there. It's lovely. So good. Anyway, now going to rail causeways. Liking the way that we've kept this clean and simple and straight lines. Straight lines there. Then we go elevated over the, I mean, it's almost wetland, isn't it? Almost wetland down here. We end up with another cutting before we end up with another bridge, which is pretty dang straight again. Taking the bend over the dry land here. Before we can go straight on again, and we're heading down into the meat of the map now, and it's so beautiful. I just say that. Have I said that enough? I think I'm going to say it again. It's so beautiful. I'm not generally speaking, a tropical map, and is this really a tropical map? I guess it is sort of tropical map kind of player, but sometimes you get one that stands out, and this one, boy, does it stand out. But yeah, the whole concept of it being outside connection via rail only is just a thing, isn't it? It is just a thing. We have the rail splits here. I remember this bit. Mind you, it is a recent map. So, if you take the junction off to the right, that's going to take us down into our start square. I think if you take the junction left, that will bypass the start square. Am I right? Something like that? So, yeah, we got this is your right turn. Leads us out here. Left turn emerges momentarily right there. And it's going off, there we go, to bypass the port. And here we have, just look at this. I don't think I even noticed this last time. Okay. 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 I'm looking at things going, okay. How did I not notice that last time? I don't know. And then down to the pre-placed railway station. So there it is, terminus. Not so much a terminus because it is a through pass there. So, but yeah, the main station, the hub. the hub for your city, which will span out from here. So it's going to be, for me, I see this as a tight build city, maybe a Mediterranean style city. You can use a lot of those beautiful Mediterranean style assets, the Italian assets, the Zarix models, those sort of things. Big shout out to Zarix, the other great workshop creators from the Mediterranean area. I think your Armestos, your who else am I thinking of? Beard Monkey, I guess. So yeah, you can get a whole bunch of assets that will really fit a Mediterranean style build. Anyway, our rail reconnects, and again, look at the cutting. But yes, specifically, first thought is your Zarix. And maybe you could transition a few of those into Central European, so from Italian style assets through to Central European assets, the likes of, say, Titan's work. You can sort of like blend and just creep the styles through from one type into another, giving you a true Mediterranean style build. It's just a thought. It's a thought for a style of a build. And I know there are people out there who have already done that, but you know, if it's not mentioned, maybe it's something that you may not have thought of. So I'm mentioning it, and you can say, nope, I prefer to do my American grid city build and stuff this map. Hasn't got enough build plane. Well, you're entitled to that. We've got plenty of maps. In fact, we've had one this week already, which would suit for that already. So there's 50,000 maps on the workshop. We're looking at the best, and we're looking at one of the best. Look at this bridge. It's completely over top beautiful. I love it. And that connects off the edge of the map over there. Right, now, I did say when we got here we'd have a look at this little outlying island. This is, I guess, the BonBon Island, because it's out and away and it's a decent size and it's quite nice. If it's got an essential lighthouse, that'll be a bonus point. But yeah, we've got a little pre-built road network here. But yeah, this is definitely going to be my personal estate. We get a big house, we get a barn, we could have some horses. We could have some horses. I don't ride, but they're lovely to look at. And then I'd have a stable boy or a stable girl to maintain the horses and keep them looking beautiful. They can enjoy living with the horses, and I can enjoy looking at the horses. Look at that. It's just perfect little outlying island. Adds a little bit of gameplay, if nothing else. Then on the mainland, we go around the back side of the island. Yeah, let's have a look at the dirty end of the island. You stick your sewage out here, the back side of the island. Yep. I even have a little valley between the double ridge of hills that I can imagine getting some build up into that area there. Not sure what, probably all residential, I guess. And then the other islands, so if we go around the dead end side of the islands of these as well. Again, you're not going to be doing an awful lot of building on these areas. These are just link islands. I see this map. Let me bejangle the map this kind of way around. I'm going to ignore this corner for now, and we'll just set the camera over here like so. So yeah, for me the build is mostly on this island in this kind of area here, but I'd be tempted to build something over on the mainland there as a supply city for this one, where the food gets exported across to or from. But it's just a stunning piece of work. IhmeHihhuli never lets us down. This is Spearhead Island, our 67th best map of all time. And well worth that top 100 place. Well worth. I would have picked this all day long. I would have had this easy in my top 50, maybe even my top 25. Spearhead Island, IhmeHihhuli. And that's it for today. You join me tomorrow. We'll have a look at the 66th best map of all time. I promise you it's going to be a good one because they are all good ones. And I promise you that I love all of the BonBon buddies on Patreon and on YouTube membership who support the channel so beautifully. Thank you very much for everything that you've done for me. And I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.